Welcome back to the Roadside Dawns channel. In today's video we visit the Georgian mansion and garden of Beningbrough Hall in North Yorkshire. Keep watching us and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Beningbrough has been owned by the National Trust since 1958. For tickets and more information, visit their website. Dogs are welcome in most of the garden and in certain areas of the restaurant. No admission ticket is required to explore the park belonging to the estate, and the parking lot is free for park users. Longer and shorter walking routes are also available. However, admission is required to visit the hall and gardens. Ralph Bourchier inherited the estate in the 16th century and started building the first house a little further from the current building. It was the family home for about 150 years. At the beginning of the 18th century, John Bourchier became the heir. He soon embarked on a European tour, which had a big impact on him, especially his time in Italy. He built the current building upon his return home. The last member of the Bourchier line, in the absence of an heir, left it to the Reverend William Henry Donnay. The Donnays were an old Yorkshire family who had made some internal changes. At the beginning of the 20th century, Lord and Lady Chesterfield bought the estate, who furnished the hall with pieces from their former residence, Holme Lacey. During the Second World War, the hall was occupied by the Royal Air Force. So during its 300-year history, Beningbrough Hall has changed owners and appearance many times. Beningbrough Hall is one of England's most remarkable Baroque houses, with richly carved interiors, yet little is known about its history. The rooms and collections on the ground floor give a glimpse into the history of a country house, and the first floor hosts temporary exhibitions, but it is closed today. The Great Hall is traditionally the heart of the English country house, and Bourchier added the classical grandeur expected of a Roman palace. The marble bust of Pope Clement XIV sitting on top of the fireplace comes from Rome. The oversized pineapple sculpture in the center of the room is a work borrowed from the collection of the Arts Council. The cantilever staircase leads to the first floor salon, which took guests to parties and formal dinners. Volunteers play the piano on certain days and fill the room with music. The conservatory is a Victorian addition where citrus and other Mediterranean plants are kept frost-free at moderate temperatures. The blue bedroom, despite its current furnishings, was probably not used as a bedroom. It may have originally been a common parlor. In the 1890s it was the billiard room of the Donnay family, and in 1920s it was Lord Chesterfield's study. The drawing room was originally 2 rooms, which were later opened into one. In addition to the furniture decorating the space, the exhibited portraits also include members of the Chesterfield and Bourchier families. This room was probably known as the Great Parlour and was always used for eating, and by the 19th century it had become the family's main dining room. Today, the Borgia seal, which was used to sign the death warrant of Charles I, can be found here. This was the state bedroom and dressing room. In those days, the state bed was the pinnacle of the suite, a great symbol of power and wealth, and was not often slept in. In the library, used books are lined up on the shelves, where visitors can read in a cozy environment. We now enter the Victorian laundry. The building is divided into wet and dry rooms, as was the custom in Victorian times. This laundry probably did service for several families in the country, as it was a common belief at the time that washing dried in country air was healthier than in town.
Let's go find somewhere else.
In the more than 8-hectare park, beautiful gardens have been established, decorated with flowers and trees, which are worth visiting at any time of the year, because as the seasons change, so do the faces of the gardens. They are planning to open a new Mediterranean garden by the summer of 2024, which they are currently working on, so this autumn and winter some parts of the gardens are closed.
Full of butterflies as well.
In the walled garden, you can take a walk among fruit trees and other crops. There are hundreds of fruit trees here, which are cared for by volunteers. In the kitchen garden, a wide variety of vegetables are grown using traditional methods. The harvested crop is used in the restaurant, and the surplus is offered as a donation.
aigua. Bun, hai să arătăm.
A lot of faces I didn't recognise.
Oh, right, just do.
Sorry?
If you enjoyed the video, press the like button and write your opinion in the comments. We hope you had fun. Have a nice day and thank you for your attention.